Hi everyone, welcome, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Poliigon library with the Octane standalone renderer. Now as you can see, I've got a very simple setup here, just a sphere and ground plane. And the first thing I want to do is load in my lighting. So going over here to the environment node, I want to change from texture environment to daylight. Now anyone that's used Octane before knows how powerful this program is when it comes to lighting. And not only can you go over here and change the latitude and longitude, month, day, whatever, but you can also just literally click on the map here and choose the time of day that you want. So I'm just going to choose something like this, a very standard lighting setup. And let's jump into the materials now. So click here. And this is going to be my first material, the sphere. And I'm going to load some tiles onto this. So going over here, I want to change from the diffuse material type to glossy. All right, let's start loading in the maps. So under diffuse, I'm going to change this from RGB color to RGB image. Load in my color map. Okay, the next one is going to be the specular or reflection. And I'm going to go and choose grayscale image. Load in my reflection map. Now using polygon textures inside of Octane, we need to invert the map with the specular. Okay, now go over to roughness or gloss, and I'm going to change this again to grayscale image. Choose the gloss map. And similarly to the specular or reflection, I want to invert the roughness map. Okay, there we go. Now we can see the maps are working correctly. This area here is more shiny and reflective, and then this area is more rough, and that's just the way the material is designed. Okay. So the next texture is going to be the normals. So go over here, and I want to choose an RGB image. Load in the normal. Okay, we can see it happening there. That little the light is catching the edge nicely. And the last thing that we can load in is the displacement. So click displacement, and I want to choose the texture here. Okay, go down to grayscale image. And we'll load in this 16-bit displacement map. Okay, so you probably didn't see any change there, and that's because the height value is very small. So if I drag this up, however, you'll see it coming out. Now, it's all sort of scaling uniformly right now, and that's because we need to set the mid-level correctly. So right now it's set to 0, but if I set it to a value of 0.5, and now adjust the height, there we can see just the tiles are extruding, and that's looking correct. So won't make it too strong. Should be there, but not crazy. Okay, and that's pretty much it for that material there. Now to just have some fun, let's load in a muddy material for the ground plane. So this is my ground here. And again, change it from diffuse to glossy. Let's start loading in the maps. So the color, I'm going to go to RGB image. I'm going to use this tire tracks ground. Load in the color. Load in my reflection map under specular. Make sure to invert it. Load in my roughness or gloss map. Grayscale image, gloss. Make sure to invert this. Okay, you can see it, it's working now. And the last two textures are, of course, the normal map. RGB image. Load in the normals. Okay, now it's starting to come together. And of course, the last one is going to be the physical displacement. Click displacement, and we want to choose a grayscale image and the 16-bit displacement. Okay, now I'll just drag this up and adjust the height. All right, cool. So I guess that's really it. It's very easy to load these maps into Octane, as you can see, and just have them work immediately. You can, of course, have some more fun by just going over here to the imager node, playing around with things like exposure. And down here, this is my favorite part, the response or lookup table. There's a variety of things that we can choose from. And I'll just scroll through these quickly so you can see the different looks you can get. And yeah, Octane is just, it's really fantastic. I mean, look, it's already looking very filmic just with this, this one lookup table right here. It's like a scene out of Mad Max or something. But yeah, just have lots of fun going and adjusting things like the lighting. See how the materials react under different lighting conditions. Some more things are just playing around with camera settings like f-stop. So everything is sort of in focus right now, but if I was to drag this down like a real camera to something really low, and then go and choose the focus. So if I click here, I can literally choose where I want the focus to appear. And I'll make this even lower so it can exaggerate the effect. I can't say enough good things about this program. I mean, if you want something interactive, just to get a quick view of how your materials will look in different lighting conditions, Octane is one of the best options you can choose. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.